Why are you so quiet? Oh well. Guess we're stuck doing what we got. See if I can turn down the master volume in the game so people can hear me. Final Fantasy X Project. Okay, good. So it's like, hey, need to be able to get out of this. Well, appears we can't turn down the volume. You know what? While we're here, let's mess with the sphere grid a little bit. Evasion increased by 2. Null Shock, and Null Frost. Waka, waka, waka. Alright. That increased by 20. HP increased by 200. And agility increased by 2. Good for Waka. Alright, let's get Tidus moving. Agility increased by 1. And Flee, he's now learned. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of that, but whatever. I need to make a call here. What direction do we want to go? Wow, there's several options. He's really close to ultimate, isn't he? He appears to be a jack of all trades to some extent. Well, I think I want to move him towards scan. HP by 200. trying to get a sense of what I want to do here. I can figure his stuff out later. So yeah, we'll probably head towards scan with him. Okay, that's all of the S levels. Okay. Everyone's just very stoic. What's up, lady? Hey, you're alive. Wait. What do you want? We're not open. Pub's closed. I don't think I can get through with this without a drink. Titus, watch your step. Not safe this way. Oh, I guess I can't go that direction. Alright. Congratulations, you have found the invisible wall.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance.
You're like, well, I don't understand, but okay.
Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive.
Understandable.
You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate.
Hate turns to the dark side. Oh, wait,
Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this?
That's a neat trick.
It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
I mean, you really don't know how people's lives end? Come on, man.
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Mm-hmm.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
I mean, if that's like her raison d'etre, kinda gotta let her do her thing, right? Oh, you're just a bundle of energy, ain't you? Okay. Automatically picking no is kind of obnoxious. It's like, would you like to save? No, I came here for no reason. Did you rest well? Others left some time ago. Welcome to Tutorial Land. This is my home. No matter how bad it gets, I ain't moving. One wonders how many sin attacks you've dealt with, lady.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Everything is in shambles. I don't even know where to start. Your loved ones made it to the far plane with Lady Yuna's help. We're truly grateful for Yevon's blessing. Take that bed primer, volume IVI. Was that supposed to be level? Secrets of the Albed language are revealed. T equals D. Okay, so far it seems like similar consonants are just swapped. We'll probably figure it out if we like really thought about it. Which is kind of cool. It's just like a variation on the language. Open this store, but we can't serve anything because we don't have anything. Store's open, but you get crap. So, oh, okay, I'll sell you some of my crap. It's like, yeah, we don't have money either.
Ah, there you are.
Okay.
Be Saint Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory.
All right.
High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yep. Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka,
Okay.
praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
I mean,
This
seriously.
is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Our loved ones made it to the far plane with Lady Yuna's help. We are truly grateful for Yevon's blessing. No, we've already talked about this, haven't we, lady? Yeah, I'm repairing this now. All will be destroyed when sin comes again. He destroys it, I fix it. I fix it, and he destroys it. It's a never-ending cycle, I tell you. What are you looking at? And a display here. Go away, man. Please excuse him. He's been affected by the toxin. If he says anything offensive, don't take it too seriously. Nice excuse. This dude's been through trauma, and you're just like, oh, it's because of the toxin. That's why he's so upset. Oh, wait. As I left, I saw a frickin' chest. Potion times 3. Oh, I thought that was the wrong way, or I wouldn't have gone that way. Save early, save often. Oh, MJ, I've got to save. Yes, I want to overwrite the data. Yes. Yes, I've already said this. Are you sure? Yes.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know
Am I a
what?
little young?
There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Right?
I'm just not really sure what's going on.
Right.
My
I was totally
apologies.
hanging around you, lady. It's not a problem. Up there, kill Ruffy.
See, Kato. Kabooey.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Learn to see. Neato. Alright, let's run away. Okay. Speed and defense. Gotta buff the tool. Yes, Jizzle, that's right. Okay, he just got more stuff. Something's written here. Dabfunk Julie. So I'm gonna guess that last letter's S. I don't know. Okay, I still can't read out bad. It's too far gone for me. Alright. Let's get this sphere grid going. Speed up increased by 1. Yes, determined.
Company! be hot!
Uh-huh.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood.
Okay.
We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
This thing will straight up murder you. Let's go. Oh, he's immune, huh? Okay. Okay, looks like fire is what I need on him. Poison Waka. Alright. And we'll continue to heal Waka. Alright. Firing this guy up. Alright, let's trade Waka. You know what? No, Waka's fine. Of course. Ow! Right? Oh, crap. Ha! Straight up just killed him. Let's bring this down. Alright. Let's switch out you. No. You know what? Yeah, let's put him here. Suck, bro. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Right back to you now. Oh, water. Okay. Lulu. Cure Lulu. Anything lightning? Isn't that? Yeah, since he's vulnerable to fire, so let's keep firing him out. Activitas. Poison Flare. Alright. Give him a second antidote. Firing the sucker. Hey! Well done, team. Let's keep leaning over there. Okay, so pretty much everyone has been in on this fight. So, yeah. We are all test level up. So let's keep the ones with less AP to go. So it'll be Waka, Lulu,
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
Young crusaders gather around. We'll beat sin into the ground.
Sure. Alright, well, let's work on all this. Magic increased by 2, yay! Alright, so moving him wouldn't help any. Here's good. Let's increase her magic by 2. Roll Tide. We have No Blaze, Shock, Frost, and Tide. So basically, any kind of attack we know is coming, she can prevent. Can pretty much damage. Move him up here. Raise defense by 2. MP node to empty node to MP node. That's okay. MP plus 40. All right. Use a mana speed right there. All right. Cool deal. Lulu's kind of becoming important for us. Alright, let's have Yuna. Okay. We're looking pretty good. Let's actually head back here.
Do your best, kid. Waka's counting on you.
Thanks. Oh, an elixir. Nice.
Hey! After the tournament, you should join the Crusaders.
Sure, why not? Save point. Okay. Ah! It wasn't soft at all.
I'm ready. Light shine strong, our woe be gone.
Yay, we're unpetrified.
Ha!
Got it. Okay. Get ice.
Freeze.
Lulu's doing her thing. Alright. So, Yuna and Lulu. Alright. Max defense by 2. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so our team needs to be Titus, Waka, and Lulu. So Waka in for first chance we get.
Let's give them all we got.
Alright, let's try Waka.
I can take care of those alone, huh?
I don't feel like I'm going to waste that on something this
Burn.
Booyah!
Yeah, boy.
Piece of cake!
Alright, so Titus and Waka both leveled up. And Waka don't need anything. Increase MP by 20. Alright, so we need Lulu, Kamari, and Waka. So Titus for Kamari. Next trade-off. Oh, what's up? Radar. Many fiends have been sighted in these areas attacked by sin. Just be careful. Oh, hi, Potion. Hi, Potion. Thanks. luck sphere. Yay! Okay, so that wasn't the way we needed to go. So Tidus needs to be...
Man, blows can't hurt it, huh?
Stop. Only magic can hurt this one.
Okay. Lightning elemental vulnerable to opposing elements, so...
Anyone thirsty?
Take that! I'm on a roll!
Alright, so Lulu is leveled up. Alright, who needs luck? Well, let's go ahead and give Tidus some luck. Oh man. Alright. Unit in. What is it? Missed.
Yeah!
Overkill.
I'm on a roll!
So both Kamari and Waka. By 2. So Waka, Yuna, and Lulu. So Lulu and Kamari.
Oh! These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep.
I didn't.
Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
Okay.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Almost definitely.
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
You guys can win.
Look out!
Everyone, quick! Sin spawn!
No. There's multiple attacks. This one. Dang it, that's the wrong person. Ah!
My ball can't hurt it either. How about magic?
myself. Cutter. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Okay, you know Wakalulu. Alright, we've gotten some equipment we need to actually look at. I think Rod of Wisdom's better. Do I want defense, ice, or water? I'll keep the others for now. Stone Ward sounds amazing. Okay. Strength increased by 2. Silence attack sounds great. Yes, let's do that. Magic increased by 2. Okay. MP increased by 20. Very useful. Well, I think we've kind of done everything we can do with her until we learn how to unlock stuff. Okay. Status. So we got Yuna, Tidus, and Lulu. So Tidus in for Waka.
So, they got fiends in Xanarkand too.
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time. Like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place. No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
Thanks, Lulu. You're a bundle of happiness.
I could never be what Chappu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Right.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
It's a nice temple you've got there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to it. Just the way, this is going. We show up and everything is destroyed shortly after. I guess everything's already been destroyed here, so I guess that's not an issue. Climbing those stone steps every day has kept me in shape. I haven't caught a cold in years. I'm gonna pray real hard so Sin doesn't come back here. I heard famous people come here. Where could they be? I decided to leave Kilika and look for a place without Sin. Who knows if we'll ever find it. I've had enough of Kilika. Too many tearful memories there. Came to visit the temple one last time before we leave. For good. Here the Crusaders are going to fight Sin without the aid of a summoner. They've got another thing coming. Have they ever heard of divine retribution? The place honored in remembrance of High Summoner Oland. You're kind of nervous, yeah? Sure talented, man. Playing blitzball, fighting like that.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us? Pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals.
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that team?
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jekt was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jekt. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Alright. I'll be right back. some more coffee, and I will continue. Alright, let's continue. Wait a minute, could they have been the celebrities? Goers look like a pretty good team, but they're not getting stuck up, are they? Just saw someone under Guardian after into the Cloister of Trials. Is that us? Ooh, this is serves as a sign of encouragement and hope to the people of Kilika. Kilika Temple is the temple of fire. Even the Cloister of Trials is engulfed in flames. Those who disobey the precepts and enter unsanctified may forfeit their lives. Unsanctioned, whatever. What's the difference? I can't tell. Lucky for me, I haven't gone crazy yet. I'm supposed to study real hard and become a nun. I just want to run around and play at the beach. Life is the beach. Guess what? I really like studying the scriptures. The monks give us lots of sweets if we study real hard. Let's save. Yeah, once we win the tournament, this is a new victory pose. Amy, your happy-go-lucky attitude.
I think Waka needs to do a little more praying.
Please, let Waka's prayers be heard.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
O'Holland's Omus.
A summoner, are you?
Yeah, we got a summoner on our team. We can't lose.
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
That's what Bishibi said.
No. So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to.
You don't think
My.
Slightly revealing outfit for a
And all
priestess?
these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
Tell who we're leaving. Oh, his name is Nintendo.
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling about?
She's smiling?
The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Waka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
Okay.
No! Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
You guys are the weirdest.
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait! Ah! Let me go! Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Huh? This is bad. Really bad.
Is it though? I think the last place just fine. I'm going in.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
Say lubby.
Spear straight reset.
Getting a spear set. Getting a spear. Insert the spear. Let's kill a spear. Everyone's on fire. That's not the spear. Hey. Insert the killing spear. Repels you. The power of glyphs repel you. Sphere. recess. The sphere is shaped like recess. Construction sphere, huh? Interesting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It was Donna and that big muscle-head man.
Yeah.
Yuna will be the
There's
one to
that.
suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
I know, she's next comm.
Just wait.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
The chamber beyond is a sacred place. Only summoners may enter.
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Oh.
Thanks.
Just wait.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly, I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Okay. Rather than Ifrit, which, you know, Ifrit is well known. I'm gonna go with Festus. Let's go just have Fest. Hey there, sorry about desecrating your temple. Oh, you know what would have been really good?
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me.
Prometheus, that would have been a good name. Oh well, we'll be fine with it.
But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Don't burst, that'll be very messy.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud.
Okay. Alright, let's see if we can catch any kind of bonus crap. Thunder, water. Nope. Lean over a little. It's important. That looks very heavy. Alright, so we just leveled up the Yuna, I believe. Kind of feel like Yuna's trapped at this point. Just kind of leave her be.
Shield us from thunderous bane.
Alright, well, let's attack everybody but that guy. You know what? Oh yes, a water fury sounds great.
Let us Guardians handle them.
Man, blows can't hurt it, huh?
Stop. Only magic can hurt this one.
Wakka and Lulu have all leveled up. He's kind of trapped. Okay. Lulu, Kamari, and Titus. Scout. What is Scout? Ah. Okay, so we can get that to Wakka. Alright, let's do that right now, actually. Yeah, that was just too good. Lots of people have sensor. Okay.
Make way!
Let's go, team.
Oh yeah!
Got it. Alright. Go after these guys.
See ya! All right!
Nope. This way. Ambushed. Oh. Cheer up, everybody. Okay, everybody's leveled up their spheres. Alright, so let's see here. 4, 6, and walk that in for...
Sit back and watch. Yeah. Man, blows can't hurt it, huh?
No, that's it. Don't do much. I'm not gonna kill anybody else. Let's do it.
Man.
See ya!
Got him.
Thought so.
So let's no, I just take
Yeah.
Okay, well. We can work on that. Alright, let's check the sphere grid. Extract speed. That sounds really great. Alright, alright. Yeah, we'll just keep them as is. For now. Save real quick. of course, by real quick, I mean take so freaking long. Unforgivably long.
Leave that one to Luke. Be quiet. Man, blows can't hurt it, huh?
Please don't act like this. Oh.
Don't strain yourself. I'll handle the bird. Yeah. Take that. Woohoo!
Okay, so we've been through there. If we've been through this one on the right as well, then we just need to head back. We haven't. Hemisphere times 2.
You like that?
Can't go anywhere that way, huh? No, we're pretty trapped, actually. The only way out is back.
Whoa!
Well, that was almost really bad. What could I say except, why'd you do that? The sea sure looks beautiful from here, but Sin's lurking out there somewhere. Getting the creeps just thinking about it. Not a smile on all of Killica, thanks to Sin. But if we win the next tournament, that should cheer everyone up. Yeah, that'll be enough to make everybody happy. Sure, we're really sad that like 3/4 of the town died, but maybe we'll win our little water polo tournament. And then we'll be okay. Still cleaning up here. Shouldn't you be on your way? This is my home. No matter how bad it gets, I'm not moving. I'm gonna be a blitzball when I grow up. Nice, kid. Fastest one out there. It is a divine punishment upon the people. There's nothing we can do about it. We can only rely upon Yevon's teachings and the summoners to help us through this. I don't care if there's any food. I just want to stay here. I'm scared to even look out to the sea. I can feel it out there. Can't you? I want to save my sister, right? The treasure box contains a token of my appreciation. Please accept my thanks. Oh, tamed ether. Nice. You don't have much, but you can have all of it. It's like, wow. I'm sure I deserve all of your goods, but thanks. Hey, you. Hands off the merchandise. Oh, you're a customer, aren't you? Don't touch it, it's mine. I own my precious. Here, have a bright eye. Here, have a Cincinnati Bengal. Fishing ball. Useless ring. Useless staff. Useless S word. No, not worth it. Nope, not worth it. I got it. That's amazing. How is that different from what I got? Yeah, I'll get this. Sure. Cactuar scope. Secret shield, sure. Yes, equipped. Hold off on that. Hold off on that. Hold off on that. His armlet, yes. Feathermoogle. Let's actually auto sort that so we can quickly check. You hands off the merchandise. Okay. What do I want to sell? Yeah, I can order this one better. I still might need this. Okay, I'm gonna get a sleeper's bandage just in case. Yeah, that was kind of worthless. But I've got it. In case. I'll have to look as soon as I finish this off. Yeah, let's embark.
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Try not to die. But wait, dying's a thing? Of course dying's a thing. Dying happens everywhere. Good times. Killicaport to Luca. Deportes. Wait, I can't hear you. She's over there like, you know your brother's dead and there's nothing you can bring back and you should just kill yourself, right? He's like, sure, yeah? Tournament's coming up real soon. We should have more time to practice yet. I just want to sneak up behind them and beat the... I mean, I want to get in their faces and show them what we're made of. Why do we have to be in the same ship as those Lucans, anyway? Looks like our gals are brewing up something back there. I'd be afraid if I were you. My, these are cute. Oh, wait. My, you're kind of cute, too. Want to have some fun? I don't know why I thought she thought my knees were cute. That was kind of weird. Hey, that boy in the Aurochs is cute. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Yeah, I think you're cute, bro.
Oh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not a Waka.
Waka, waka, waka.
Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Right?
Awaka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Save, take another quick break, and continue. Closing in on the halfway point of today's stream. Okay.
But someday the name of Walker will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gill to lend?
I mean, I might.
Make it up to ye, that I will.
Some people can be so rude. Some people...
If you mean me, just say me, lady. Those herbs I bought in Kilika for seasickness are working great, yeah?
Am I spotting me some gill again, lad? Make it up to ye, that I will.
It might not mean much, but good luck in the tournament.
It doesn't actually. Let's see, what's this way? Power room, huh?
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
La 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 la.
Ah, yes. Choco power.
What y'all talking about? Who are you supposed to be?
Ah, I remember him. Guy from Kilika.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs. Said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup. Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
That'll go well.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
It was.
I, got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right, whatever your ladyship says. What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
I don't mean angry.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. So, Yuna, want to come over to my place? Right. Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
You know she's a priestess, right?
I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
very talkative for a talking cat. Catman. The Aurochs are the team to watch this year. They say they got a blitzer from Xanarkand on their team. Oh, come on, you really actually believe that rumor? No way, I only meant it to be fun to watch.
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Wonka's busy right now. Maybe you shouldn't bother him. Looks like the toxin's still getting to you. Take it easy and go to bed early, yeah? You can finally relax when the goers are down in the cabin. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. Stop avoiding me. Don't mind him not answering you. He's the silent type, yeah? Boy.
Well, trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
Like no one ever was. The Jet Shot Challenge. Memories of that day still haunt Titus and therefore interfere with his concentration. Try to shake off the memories and successfully perform the Jet Shot. For example, when memory appears in the upper left, press. Similarly, press F when it appears straight above. Press N when it appears in the upper left corner. Or it appears simultaneously. Simply press X without using the directional button to the left stick when it appears in the center. Start practicing a little. Press buttons following the on-screen instructions. The hang of it? Out of the real thing. Show Jack what you can.
You can't do it, kid. You can't do it. You're out of your league. You can't do it. You can't do it. You're out of your league. You can't do it. You're out of your league. No one else can do it. Best. I'm the best.
Striker.
Huh. The best? Yeah, right.
Huh? Like no one ever was.
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
Literally everyone.
That was the eject shot, wasn't it?
Your mom's a jet shot.
How do you know that?
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child.
He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Ject Shot Mark III.
Huh. Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad.
Stop laughing at me. And I don't mean
Is he
angry.
alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Ject was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo! I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Yes, let's save.
Over there, the ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Kilika, it's the Kilika Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them, a big name to live up to. Their hometown was recently attacked by Sin, isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're going to be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well, well, well. If it isn't the Besaid Aurochs. They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right. In 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jimmy? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks. Our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimma. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca has turned out to cheer the Goers on. They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca Goers are #1.
It's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, Goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The #3 Doc.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Oh my, it's the Queen. Let's give the crown on them. Maester Micah's ruled Spira the last 50 years. Maester Micah doesn't make any public appearances. He's getting too old for it. I'm glad I got here safely. Don't want another SSD feed. So they'll hold access to the stadium for the time being. We're trying to control a mad rush of people who've already entered the stadium. If I catch one glimpse of Mr. Micah, I'll have something to brag about back home. Bet you anything Luca Goes going to win again this year. Maybe so, but better not count out the Killica Beasts. What about my team? Yeah, the less said about that, the better. No offense, kid, but you suck. Looks good the last 50 years, but I've heard about that. Shave and a haircut to bits. Alright. Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Can't see a thing. Shh.
Sounds exciting.
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Giskel Guado, who departed for the far plain a fortnight past. As some of you already know, he has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Giskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
You too. Bow your head.
Why should I?
Not my religion. Dude, you got some lightning bolts in your face.
Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Save the game, yes, save all the time, save.
Where's Waka?
Let the matchup draws. We had to play the Gorers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Get Waka!
We're playing the Al Bhed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right, we got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions. First things first. Let's go over the basics again, boys.
Moving. Those there are 5 players per team in the sphere pool. Overhead map shows all players' current positions and the direction each one is facing. Here only one team is shown in the field. Okay, this is carrying the ball now. Ball carriers display the circled arrow on the map. Let's watch the players move. Quite confusing at first. It's actually quite simple. By default, the player movement is set to auto. Everyone moves around the pool automatically. The overhead map to check the player's positions. Triangular frame inside the red circle is the opposing team's goal. Here it is. Goal's always in the left-hand side of the overhead map. Let's resume. Try keeping track of the position in relation to the goal. Try moving the ball carrier manually. Press triangle. Delay. Manual movement. These buttons to manually. The ball carrier can be moved manually. Set it to auto. And it becomes harder to manage your teammates when manually controlling your character. This mode is recommended for veteran players. Get back to auto movement. Keep the manual and auto to get a feel of both modes. Manual ammo, the direction of the movement corresponds to the overhead map. Left for the opposing goal, right for your own team goal. Manual A is also a mode called Manual B. Stick with auto movement for now. Movement modes are only applicable when you're on offense. When you're on defense, your entire team moves to auto. Okay. Got it. action commands. In order to make a player perform an action, you must choose an action command. Open the action menu by hitting triangle or square. This game pauses while the action command menu is open. When you have ample time to think about your next move. This command elsewhere, please select dribble. 3 available commands: pass, shoot, and dribble. Dribble makes the player resume movement. Pass and shoot are the most important commands. Square opens the action menu. Pass, shoot, dribble. Dribble always makes the player resume movement. Passing. Passing. Square now. Select pass. Select a receiver for your pass. Stats are shown in the top right. Pass. Catch the match pass complete and bottom of the ball. Stats determine the outcome of each pass. Showing just a PA. PA represents passing accuracy. But the pass, command winning by pressing square. In PA. So the water causes the PA to gradually decrease. If PA reaches 0, the pass becomes uncatchable. It's much tedious on that pass, which says PA to 3. Fumbles the ball. That's who catches the ball. Pass fails, the ball comes loose, and this ball can be claimed by any. For a player with a high PA can successfully throw long passes. This player with low PA often throws bad passes, giving the other team a chance at the ball. So it's passing accuracy. If it hits 0, it's uncatchable. Look at how to shoot. Shooting is very similar to passing. Player's accuracy displays SH now at 10. A shot loses SH as it travels through the water. As the pass loses PA. A shot reaches the goal with a shot of 1 will score. SH is depleted, it will fall. It defends the goal from tedious shot. Command menu. Shoot. Goalkeeper stats are held below yours. Teammates' stats are displayed with a blue background. Opposing team stats are displayed with a red background. CA represents the goalkeeper's ability to catch and cover shots. Goalkeeping is set to 8. Resume. Keep an eye on the shot's SH as it decreases. SH is 2 now. Shot lost some SH as it travels through the water is currently at 2. Here we take the shot's SH and subtract the goalkeeper's CA. If no SH remains, then the shot fails. Be aware the actual CA applied here is randomized. From 50 to 150% of the goal is correct CA. Goalkeeper's CA is 8. Actual number subtracted may vary from 4 to 12. See whether the shots will remain above 0. And catches the ball. Shot failed because SH hit 0. Now try scoring a goal, switch to manual movement. So successful because SH is at 3. HP. Blitzball. Players expend HP to perform actions. HP is stamina. Players remain conscious even after the HP hits 0. First thing to remember is that whoever has the ball steadily loses HP while carrying it through the water. Watch how Titus's HP falls from 100 as he carries the ball. You see HP decreases when the ball is carried. Shooting and passing also consume HP. Let's take a look. Select shoot. Each shot consumes 10 HP. As close as it loses 10 HP. Sees HP decrease from 26 to 16. Blitzball, all actions require HP. Catches the ball. Now let's see what happens when HP runs low. Still shoot even if HP falls below 10. When they do, their shots become only half as effective. Catches the ball. Display slowly loses HP. Okay, insufficient HP reduces pass and shoot by half. An encounter occurs when an opposing player comes in contact with the ball carrier. If you are the ball carrier, Action Command menu will open. You must then decide on the course of action in the face of opposing players. For now, select no break. We'll explain breakthroughs later. Vixen stands in Titus's way. His stats are displayed in the top right. Next, the action menu appears. Select pass from it. Normally the ball is thrown here. Lose the PA as it travels through the water. In an encounter, opposing players try to block your player's shots. BL represents the player's skill at blocking. Here, Vixen's blocking status 2. Pass loses the amount of PA equal to Vixen's block. The actual calculation is slightly randomized. If the pass falls to 0 or less, the ball is intercepted by an opposing player. In this example, BA is 10, block is 2, estimated result is 10 minus 2 is 8. As long as PA is at least 1, the pass goes through. Once through, the pass continues to expand PA as it travels toward the intended receiver. Watch PA closely as you resume play. Pass, gets a hand on it. Defender reduced the PA of the pass and then got a hand on it. See what happens when the PA's block stat is much higher. Vixen rushes. Vixen on defense. That's to Bada. Pass. Vixen grabs the ball. Defenders block reduce the PA of the pass to 0, resulting in a turnover. Some encounters include multiple defenders. Let's see how that works. Vixen on defense, Abyss on defense. Vixen and Abyss block your way. That's on the top right. Vixen's block is 4, Abyss is 2. 10 minus 4 plus 2 is 4. Since the results are slightly randomized, won't necessarily equal 4. Pass. Get the hand on it. Can't block it. Pass stayed above 0. The pass is complete. Let's try shooting a goal. Attempt to shoot, the goalkeeper will come in, and now you're facing 3 opponents. Subtract the stats shown beneath SH from the current value of 10 to determine whether the shot scores. It's 14, there's no way this shot goes in. Hand on it, Abyss gets a hand on it. Roddy catches the ball. Defenders try to force encounters to block shots and passes. Block reduces effectiveness of pass and shoot. Multiple defenders combine to block. Look at breakthroughs in this section. Breakthroughs, not breakthroughs. Rushes. Vixen, Abbas, and Grav are on defense. We encountered 3 opposing players. Pass represents passing accuracy. Here the player's pass stat is 17. Defender's blocking stats appear to PA. The result is 17 minus 11 plus 5 plus 3. Less than 0. Any attempt at passing will surely fail. Try a breakthrough here. Ball carrier will try to shake off defenders by breaking through their tackles. If he withstands their tackles, the breakthrough succeeds and fewer defenders remain. Try breaking through Grav. Keep an eye on Grav's AT at the breakthrough. You just have to break through Grav before making the next move. Now Grav will tackle Titus. If Titus can't withstand the tackle, he'll give up the ball. Takes endurance to withstand tackles. Now Titus's endurance is 11. At tells us how the tackle will hit. Attacker's AT is 7. Subtract AT from N, determining the outcome of the tackle. AT is reduced to 0, the tackler steals the ball. Watch the game closely. That's a failure. That's a possibility. Yes. Tackles hard. He's endured the tackle and broke through Grav. The breakthrough is a success, only 2 defenders remain in the way. Look at the stats shown underneath the pass. Since Grav's out of the picture, he can't block passes then. Math is now 17 minus 5 plus 3. Completing a pass should be much easier. Pass gets handled, Abbas gets handled. Break as many defenders as you can, complete more passes, and score more goals. Tech copy. Players can learn techniques from their opponents. It's called tech copy. First, have one of your players mark an opponent who knows a desirable technique. Now that player will keep an eye on that opponent in order to learn his techniques. Bixen rushes. Let's look break to Bixen. Tech copy appears at the top of the screen when the player uses a technique during the game. It indicates a window of opportunity to learn that technique. Press X at the right time in order to learn it. Let's try it now. Let's do... Select dribble for now. Venom tackle. So we've learned Venom tackle now. Tech copy successful. Just remember that a player who learns the technique is not necessarily the one who's used against. Players who've marked that opponent are the ones who learn the technique. If multiple players have marked him, only one will learn it at any given time. Your players have trouble learning techniques, though, if they're lower levels in their respective targets. Once you've learned a new technique, you can equip it at halftime or at the start of the next match. Stats. Spent when carrying the ball, spent when shooting, passing, recovers when making the ball. Too low. Endurance, ability to withstand tackles, opponent stats AT. Pass, passing accuracy, higher APA, passes, opponent stats block. Shooting skill, higher SH, enables longer shots, opposing stats BL and CA. Tech strength of tackles, opposing strength is endurance. Blocking shots and passes, opposing stats BA and SH. Goalie skill at catching shots, opposing stat is SH. Status elements. Poison. Poisoning accelerates the loss of HP when the player has the ball. Poison players do not recover HP even when rid of the ball. In time, the poison will run its course. Poison also disables techniques. Shooting techs are lost first, followed by tackling techs and passing techs for the poison effects are stacked with a pile of them. Sleep. The player becomes unable to act when put to sleep. The player will wake after a while and when is hit by a ball. Wither. Reduces a single stat by half. The effects wear off over time. Techniques. Techniques can learn. You can learn blitzball techniques by tech copying them from opposing players, by using the prizes given to the top teams each season or tournament. Initially, each player can only learn certain techniques, but by learning certain key techniques, the player can increase the number of techniques available to him. Required key techniques vary by player. Each time a player learns a key technique, he gains access to a broader range of techniques. Game modes. 10 games are played during the league season. When a winner determined by total points, 3 points are awarded for a win and 1 point for a tie. You press triangle to forfeit a game only when your team is losing. Tournaments spend 2 to 3 matches. There are no draws. A match ending with a tied score goes into overtime. You can press triangle to forfeit a game only when your team is losing. Exhibition games are for practice. No experience points are awarded for playing, but you can copy techniques. Press triangle anytime to forfeit a game. Alright, let's play some Blitzball. Sounds complicated, but of course Tito knows all of this stuff.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
Hey, I'll be back.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jecht.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir Jecht is.
Good point.
Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Arin Yuna was talking about, and the one that I knew from Xanarkand could be two different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy. I knew it was the same Orin.
Imito Sumana.
Motto Summon.
Vasitna Bund.
Hey! Albed Sykes, right? Some Albed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me food, and... you don't understand me, do you? Anyway, if you meet Riku, tell her thanks for me. Oh, and as for the first game, may the best team win.
Save all the time. All right. The ceremony is about to begin. All players must wait in their locker rooms. Season opener is finally here. Can you feel the excitement in the air? Like the calm before the storm. In just a few minutes, this place is gonna go crazy. Hey, the Orcs locker room's on the other side. Or are you just here to scout? Holy cow! Aurochs, don't just underestimate Ronso's skill. Crap. Kill us. Totally whoop us, right? Guess what? I heard Shook Vixen's hand. I wish the goer's luck. The security one. This guard's so mean. Let me see Mr. Grass, Sir Grass. High potion times 2. I've been a huge goer fan since I was a little girl. I can still cheer as loud as the young'uns. With the goer's locker room, no unauthorized entry. What, are you implying I'm not authorized? Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, bye.
I'm sorry. Please let me through. Hey, let's go.
You're such a silly.
You're really famous.
I hope we don't get separated.
Yuna!
Huh? Hmm? What was that?
In Xanarkin, we do this to cheer on Blitz players.
You sure that's not to boo the refs?
You try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like this?
Not like that. This. Then you just blow.
It's not working.
Practice.
Okay.
Hey, use that if we get separated. Then I'll come running, okay? Well, guess we should just stick together then. Till you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, where are we heading? Well, within the RX comedian, thanks for the comic relief. Keep up the antics throughout the tournament. I'll be sure to capture you on Spear. Can you not be excited when the tournament's about to start soon? I really don't care which team wins or loses. I just want to watch the game and go crazy. I'm reporting to you live from outside Luca Stadium. The excitement here has reached a feverish pitch as the opening ceremony gets underway. Hey! I'm in the middle of a broadcast. Leave me alone. I'm keeping a close eye on the Albed Sykes this year. You know, why would you root for an Albed? Why would you have bad taste? I like how they cover their faces. It's just so sexy. I'll have to say it's the Ronso Fangs for me. Ronso, they're just a meatheads. That's why the other teams are dead meat. Get it? Get it? People are indulging in merrymaking, but we must keep in mind that I will spare you the luxury.
Whoa! This is a pretty big town.
Right?
Luca is the second largest city in Spira.
Sweet.
I thought every town was little. You know, like Besaid and Kilika.
Towns don't usually get bigger than that. Because when a lot of people start to gather...
Sin? What about Luca? It's safe here?
Isn't there a Sin City?
It's not any different, but the stadium is here. The Crusaders fight to protect it with all their strength.
They protect the stadium?
Blitzball is really the only entertainment that we have. Spira's a little short on fun these days.
Right.
Whoa. Talk about pressure.
That's right. Is Xanarkand like this too?
Not exactly.
Well, there are more buildings. All tall ones. And cramped together.
Oh. They must be so tall. Don't you ever get dizzy? Let's go find Sir Orin.
Sauron. I mean, Sir Orin. Got official Blitzball merchandise, as well as other rare items and weapons. Items. Is he a Master Seymour? What do you think? He's an absolute dream, isn't he? Manager said he's going to the gates and stuff like that after the play, so it's not fair at all. I want to watch the game and cheer on the goers. I have to excuse my child, I'm noticing you're quite so lively. Kids will be kids, I suppose. Give them a balloon and they're happy campers. Kids are so innocent and easy to please. I hate when this cafe is so packed. Must be 100 people out in red out there. How am I supposed to remember them? Hey! 1,000 gills. Sweet.
What you doing here? The tournament's about to start.
I'm looking for someone.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. There aren't many people here.
Everyone's either at the stadium or watching the game on the Sphere. They love their blitzball.
Aren't you gonna watch?
We'd like to, but we're waiting for some couriers. They're late. Want to ditch the courier and go watch the game?
But we're still on duty. What about the mission, sir?
See what I mean? We might be a little late, but we will go watch you play.
You better be winning when we get there.
Yes, sir.
This is not where we're going. We did get 1,000 gil out of it, so at least there's that. So now we're not just totally broke. We gave all of our money earlier. I seem to recall you want to give as much money as you can to that guy. Hopefully I'm remembering correctly.
Orin's not here.
Where is Orange? Have you guys seen an orange?
Why not talk, Kimari? Not see Yankee for 10 years. Say something.
Yankee?
Kimari forget Yankee? Forget Biran?
Leave Kimari, Yankee. Kimari is small, Ranso. Kimari so small, can't see Yankee and Biran's faces.
I don't know any Yankees.
Kimari forget Ronso friends? We taught you much at time of Hornmund. Biran taught Kimari to be strong, Ronso.
Maybe taught too much.
Take him on.
Oh! Take it outside. The tournament's starting, you hear?
The game!
Today, on this glorious day, players from all over Spira have assembled here to participate in this great contest of bravery, skill, and strength. All fine teams, equally renowned, deserve to win the cup today. Such is the nature of this contest. Let us, the spectators, play our role accordingly. Let us sing to the glory of the winners and applaud equally the valor of the defeated. Contestants, may heaven be with you.
So we're late for the game that we're supposed to be
Kamari!
playing.
Yuna's gone!
Oh, and what's her name's gone. That's not good. Yuna!
Where in Spira have you been?
Huh?
Yuna's been kidnapped by the Al Bhed Sykes. In exchange for her safe return, they want the Aurochs to lose.
What?
What?
If they're only blitzball players, I doubt they'd do anything drastic. But we shouldn't take chances. Let's go get her.
I'm going too. This'll be no problem. They're telling the Aurochs to throw the game, as if they needed to. I mean, how good a team can they be?
Waka said the same thing. He'll take care of the game. We should go get Yuna. The Al Bhed boat is in Dock 4. Let's go.
Gotta save Yuna. Gotta save Yuna.
Whoa, what are they?
Ancient machina salvaged by the Al Bhed. They are mostly vulnerable to lightning.
Let's go team. Gotta save Yuna. team. Gotta save Yuna. Alright, let's go.
What's up with these guys?
Opens up speed schools, huh?
The Albed were expecting us.
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied with some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
Ah, but the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
Huh! Still in there!
He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch!
Yeah, Lulu, you're kind of
Let's go.
Lulu's like, yeah, Waka sucks. It's like, oh, okay. Let's shave. Shave.
Let's go.
Where are these Albadis?
Hey, we can use this crane!
Huh. That worked very well. We win. This and Lulu both leveled up.
I hope you hurt them. A little.
Hey, kitty.
What is it?
There were these Albed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking that Albed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm.
So you're Albed?
Wait, so that means you're Albed too,
Yeah,
Yuna?
see, exactly.
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Waka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Waka, he never had much love for the Albed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Waka.
I thought I told you not to tell Waka.
The game!
Oh!
Seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive. A long pass from Lenny. It goes through. Oh. Oh. He shoots. Unbelievable! The Aurochs win the match 3-2.
Good job, Aurochs.
We won!
We did it! We're in the finals!
Not the most graceful win. If it was Chapu, he'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Right.
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chapu's place. You're the one who told Waka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Waka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
All right. Hey guys, thanks for taking over since I ditched you and all. Sorry.
Sure, you all right, Captain? The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores too.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some Albed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near Albed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
More saving. More saving. Yuna will be watching, yeah? Gotta play hard.
Please, don't tell anyone about Yuna's lineage.
What about Yuna's lineage? She's like, oh, nothing. Probably. So who's warming the bench? Could it be me? Should have been the one injured, not Waka. Go get him, goers. Do it for Chapu. Maybe last minute, we're gonna go over the rules. That's no need.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah. Mind the bench.
I think Waka's on the bench.
I'm warming the bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
Let's blitz.
Make the goers goners.
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Waka.
This is it, folks. In just a few minutes, the championship game.
Best memories are here. Waka, captain of the Aurochs.
But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca Goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Besaid Aurochs.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Would be a new record for biggest margin of victory in a championship game. Well, I've never seen a team as bad as the Aurochs in the championship game in my lifetime.
Going at it, folks. The Goers are taunting the Aurochs.
It's time for Blitz Off. great play. The Goers score first.
It's halftime.
The Goers are just playing great, Baba. Really great.
Zone defense, boys. Stop those Goers.
What about me?
Get the ball and just shoot like crazy.
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like crazy!
Now!
All right, hustle!
So the 3 and up can use techniques. This lets increase the player's level up as the maximum 5 shots.
The fans are getting impatient. They're calling for some action. The Auroch spirits are fading quickly. Are they going down without a fight? Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks.
Yes. Waka, waka, waka.
Say, where is that player going? He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
Where's that prayer going? There's no praying in Blitzball.
To be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go. The Aurochs seem glad to have him back.
Right away, Waka scores. Time is up. We just ran out of time.
The Aurochs Aurochs may have lost the game, but what a way to go!
Uh-oh. Cletus and Waka both. We got speed and power spheres. Nice.
What's...
We're gonna summon Sin again.
Sir Oren!
So, you do know him?
Yeah, best guardian there ever was.
Cheer up, everybody. Dodging attacks is easier. I'll use some easier for quick. It was telling me when it's done. I just... Oh, Kitty's got the zoomies going on. Hey there, I'm a frisky kid. It is kind of interesting how, like, because I've beaten this game way back when, there'll be things that I just naturally know how to do from when I would play with the frickin' like, strategy guide right in front of me. Right under power and speed.
Hey, give me a break!
Yeah, this looks bad. Kind of looks like it. Seemed to have something wrong. All right.
Because it looked like it was a shell that was confusing.
Or something.
You're really leaving, Captain? Shouldn't you heal up first? Yuna needs me with her now. I can't be lying around in some bed. Yeah, but... Come on, look sharp! The Blitz season just started. Don't make those faces, yeah? Well, see ya, boys. You be good.
Captain.
I can't hear you.
Captain!
Got 20 more minutes left.
Are you sure?
I think.
Never liked long goodbyes anyway. Sorry for making you wait, Yuna. I had some promises to keep, yeah? From now on, I'm your full-time guardian.
Then welcome back, Sir Waka. Good to have you with us.
Hey. It's good to be back, yeah?
Sir Waka.
So, any news on what happened?
Not really. We don't know where the fiends came from. Maester Micah is safe and sound, thanks to Maester Seymour. That's about it.
Maester Seymour's Aeon. It was so powerful.
Yeah, kind of terrifying, honestly.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there! All of this is your fault!
Oh?
Getting swallowed by sin, ending up here in Spira, not being able to go back to Xanark, and everything! I'm telling you, it's all your fault!
Now ask for his help. Yes, laughing, that'll help. You're crazy.
Who are
He's like,
you
I'm not
anyway?
crazy. He starts laughing maniacally.
You knew my old man, didn't you?
Yeah,
And you also knew Yuna's father?
that's correct.
Hey man, there's no way. That's just impossible.
Nothing impossible about it. Jecht, Braska, and I, together we defeated Sin 10 years ago. Then I went to Xanarkand, where I watched over you, so that one day I could bring you to Spira.
Why did it have to be me?
Jecht asked me to.
Is he alive?
It depends on what you mean by alive.
Oh, that's nice and cryptic.
He is no longer human. But then, I felt something of Jecht there in that shell, couldn't you? You must have felt him when you came in contact with Sin.
It can't be.
It is. Sin is Jecht.
Ah, we have a Diablo situation.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
But it is the truth. You'll see for yourself. Come with me.
If I say no?
Every story must have an ending.
I don't care about your stories!
I see. Sorry you feel that way. Fine then. Come or don't come, it's your decision.
Ah! What am I supposed to say? You tell me it's my decision. But I don't have a choice, do I? You're the only one who can tell me what's going on anyways. I have to go with you. I have to.
Well, at least you're handling this in a mature way.
Irritating, I know. Or are you afraid? It's all right.
Orin. Will I ever go home? Back to Xanarkand?
That's up to Jecht. I'm going to offer my services to Yuna. Come.
Not coming because you told me to, Baku.
You think he's gonna stay here?
Sir Orin knows him, apparently. You were right. He did meet someone he knew.
Do you think he'll find a way back to Xanarkand?
In any case, I'll miss having him around.
He's still in town, isn't he? I think I'll go see him. Oh!
Whoa!
Sir Orin!
Yes, it's Sauron.
Yuna,
Sir.
I wish to become your guardian. Do you accept?
You're serious?
You refuse?
No, no. We accept, right, everyone?
Of course! No problem at all!
But why?
I promised Braska.
You promised? My father? Thank you, Sir Orin. You're welcome to join us.
And he comes too.
Hi, guys. Howdy.
This one I promised Jecht.
Is Sir Jecht alive?
Well...
Can't say. Haven't seen him in 10 years.
I see.
You'll meet eventually.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
What's our itinerary? Where are we headed?
Hey, come with me. Hey, watch.
Hey, you got pretty good.
You sound sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
Maybe later.
You know what?
Hmm?
It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah. I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
Huh?
Come on.
Uh. This is weird.
Next, try laughing out loud.
Oh boy, here we
What?
come.
Come on, show me. You probably shouldn't laugh anymore. Too funny.
It was
Really?
your idea.
Thank you.
Huh?
I want my journey to be full of laughter.
Even really freaky fake laughter.
Okay.
If we should get separated, just whistle. I'll come running. I promise.
Well, let's go. What are you looking at?
We were just worried you guys might have gone crazy.
Right?
Sorry. Well then, all right. Now, we will go to the temple at Jose. And Guardians, don't forget to smile.
All right. Time for the Temple of Jose. I think that's a great stopping point. So we're going to find the next save point. I'm just going to stop there. Traveler's Save Sphere Level 2. Thanks to the Besaid Aurochs achievements, Save Spheres are now able to teleport you to the Blitzball Stadium. Many denizens of Spira are avid Blitzball players. Talk to them with Square to scout them. Find the best players in Spira and lead the Besaid Aurochs to victory. All right. I think that's a great stopping point. We'll stop there for the day. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.